Alrighty, so for those of you wondering where is the review of NYCFC versus FC Cincinnati, or even some that might thought that I forgot about this game, no I didn't. I still remember this game happened on Wednesday, though I did not watch this game because I was solely focused on the US Open Cup final, and as you probably can tell from the notes, it's mostly from the highlights that I of course watched from this game. But overall, in terms of how this game would play and in terms of playoff implication, there's going to be a lot of teams that is below the red line that's going to be happy with this result. Though I will say that maybe they'll be a little bit frustrated after watching how this game turns out, because for NYCFC, they actually should have won this game. Like, they had tons of opportunity to win this game, and especially with the fact that FC Cincinnati was pretty much decided to put a B team in this game, and that it looks like they were trying to rest guys so that they have some more important games that they will be looking forward to for these next couple of games. This was a game that NYCFC should have won, but because of the lack of finishing, and Roman Salentano decided to channel his Galaga Slolina in this game, that's why this game ended in a 1-1 draw. And not to mention, a very bad mistake happened in this game that might be the worst own goal we've seen this season, maybe one of the worst own goal we've ever seen in MLS history. But first of all, in the first half, Gray did head a shot that was deflected wide before Magno heads it just wide from the corner. It's a good start for NYCFC as they were looking for the opener, but that was not meant to be, because in the 21st minute, this is where the own goal happened. And, for Thiago Martins, boy, not only this was a bad moment for him, but he would turn out to have a nightmare game, a game that he definitely would not want to remember for a very long time. And it all started with his own goal, where I don't think he realized that Sean Johnson was nowhere near in position in terms of taking this back pass, because he basically flinged this back pass, and basically Sean Johnson was not prepared for it. It rose in to the back of net, and just like that, FC Cincinnati were up 1-0. Now, I know there's going to be some that will say that this is on Sean Johnson too, because, as a goalkeeper, you can't really get caught out of position like that. But again, when you look on the replay of that, there was no need for Thiago Martins to basically do that back pass. I mean, it's not like he's under any pressure whatsoever. And also the fact that he didn't check back to see whether his goalkeeper was on his line, that is just probably one of the worst own goal I've ever seen in MLS history, and definitely the worst own goal we've seen this season, and just a lack of lack of kind of how should you say it, like a mental awareness there from Thiago Martins. And like I said, he would have had a nightmare game in this one too. This is the first part of what would be a nightmare game for him. But after that, in the 23rd minute, Salentano would deny Acevedo on the header before he denied Magno on the header. It's all NYCFC in this game, but the own goal and Salentano is kind of the only reason why FC Cincinnati were up 1-0. Like, if Roman Salentano wasn't making some incredible save and then that crazy own goal happened, this game probably would have been at least 1-0 in favor of NYCFC. Callens then hits one right to Salentano before Morales blasts one just wide from long range. But then in the 41st minute, after all the pressure that it's been put from NYCFC, it paid off as Gabriel Pereira would score from Tate Von Gray to make it 1-1 in this one. And I mean, this one was coming. Like, you just knew the pressure was coming for NYCFC, and as much as they were kind of wasteful in some of their chances, and almost said Slonina there with Salentano. I mean, as I said, Salentano had a very Slonina performance in this one. He was refused to be in this, making some big save. That one he couldn't do anything about it, and yeah, the game was all tied up at 1 apiece. And then not long after, NYCFC looked to try to get the momentum and get that second goal. But Salentano was able to deny Acevedo from long range before Pereira looked to try to get his second goal and NYCFC second. But he hits that one right to Salentano, and we had to have time with the score tied up at 1 apiece. Now in the second half, fast forward to the 71st minute, it's the post that becomes the reason why NYCFC weren't able to get the lead, as Aber unfortunately victimized by the post here after he hits that one from long range before he heads it wide from close in the 73rd minute. It just feels like NYCFC is just getting blue ball in this game. Like, it's a combination of both. Salentano is just pretty much being a wall in this game, and also just a lack of finishing, and now the post kind of got in the way the fact that, you know, this game still remains at 1-1, and things took a turn for its worse for the host, because in the 75th minute, Thiago Martins, remember how I said he scored that own goal that was considered the worst own goal of the season? Well, his nightmare night would continue and would kind of complete with him getting a straight red card. Now, originally, this was actually called a penalty after he fouled Santos there, but when they go to VAR to see whether or not if Martins actually brought Santos outside the box, because you can clearly see, you know, it seemed like Santos' his momentum was carried into the box, but we talked about many times before, just because your body your body basically goes into the box for the momentum, it doesn't mean that that is a penalty. And sure enough, when you look on VAR, it looks like that foul actually happened outside the box, and then the push basically put Santos into the box to make it look like a penalty. So in the end, you know, it was the right call, but obviously the red card still stands, because that's pretty much a denial of goal score opportunity. I mean, Santos was through on goal there. So, you know, good news for NYCFC. At least they didn't concede a penalty. But the bad news is they still are down to 10 men, with Thiago Martins getting sent off in this one. And on that ensuing free kick, Johnson was able to deny Barrial on the free kick, which that was probably the best chance that Cincinnati has in this game, because Cincinnati really didn't do anything going forward on the attack until then. They did have a couple more chances late in this one, but ultimately it ends in a 1-1 draw in this game. And the shots in this one tells the story of why NYCFC should have won it. 22 shots compared to just 4 that Cincinnati has. 8 shots on goal compared to 1 that Cincinnati has. 9 shots off target with the 2 that Cincinnati has. 5 shots that was blocked with the 1 that Cincinnati has. And possession-wise, 65% possession compared to 35% possession that Cincinnati has in this game. And, you know, this is just kind of one of those games where even though one team dominate the stat chart, because of lack of finishing and also lack of mental awareness by Thiago Martins' part, it's the reason why NYCFC weren't able to get all 3 points and just continue this miserable run that they have under their Nick Cushion. And that, you know, I also thought that this was probably one of the better games that they played this season. But again, you know, when you're on a bad run, it just feels like you're just not getting any breaks whatsoever. And that in this game, they just did not get any break in terms of the finishing being poor, and that they were facing a opposition goalkeeper that for the most part was definitely on tonight. But, you know, for Cincinnati, this is a result that they'll definitely take. I mean, yes, they did drop some points in this game, but, you know, when you're on the road and you're basically playing a B team, you're just hoping you can at least get a point out of this game, and that they exactly do that. But like I said, that does open the door for a lot of teams below the red line, because, you know, Cincinnati is that last team to make it in if the playoffs started today. But now they basically leave the door wide open for a lot of teams below them that I'm pretty sure, as we head to this final month of the season where, you know, we don't have a lot of games left. Like, a lot of teams only have 5 or 4 games left this season. Oh boy, it's about to be crazy in terms of the playoff race in the Eastern Conference and also the Western Conference, as I'll talk about tomorrow in the preview. But either way, hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you do, make sure you guys do a like, smash the subscribe button. Let me know in the comments below what do you think of this game. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time.